Hey guys, this is Raghu Reddy here, and welcome to the show. On this episode, I have an awesome guest, and her name is Gayathri Subash. Gayathri, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Raghu. Thank you so much.
Well, it's really fantastic to have you on the show. And where are you located, Gayathri?
I'm located in Newton in Singapore.
Well, that's awesome, awesome, fantastic. So, uh, what do you do?
So I'm a financial planner. I have been in this industry for 15 years. I joined the industry because of my banking background. And before that, I was a financial analyst in one of the biggest top MNC. So I'm with numbers. I'm a numbers girl.
Wow, that's awesome, awesome, fantastic. So, since how many years have you been doing this awesome job?
I have been in this fulfilling industry for about 15 years now. I started off as a rookie from a headhunting firm from a bank, and they got me in to run their insurance agency. And that's where I truly started understanding what is financial planning all about. And then I got myself into the company that I'm working with right now because I'm a successor to my father's 25 years of agency. So it has been a total of 15 years of learning in this industry.
Wow, that's awesome. Fantastic, fantastic. That's 1.5 decades, you know. So,
I know.
yeah, that's a long time. So,
Yes.
how has your journey been this 15 years?
It has been the usual, I guess. You know, when you start off any industry as a professional, your journey completely changes. Because when I started off as a rookie, my job was, it became my bread and butter to go and sell something and get more clients. But once you get a little bit more older into the industry, you realize that there's something more than just selling. So that's what got me into the nuts and bolts of the industry. And that's where the true journey became. It was very tough at first because it is an all sales industry. There are a lot of hard knocks. As what they say, life is the best university. And I found out at a very early stages that I don't do things that doesn't fulfill me. So I started creating more friendships and relationships, and eventually I realized that my career picked up on its own the moment I started having that connections with my clients, and now I can easily call them my friends. So it was tough at beginning. As what Robin Sharma says, it was a little bit messy in the middle, and it's gorgeous in the end.
Wow, that's awesome, awesome, fantastic, fantastic. I'm sure that 1.5 decades ago, when you started out, you faced a lot of struggle initially. So, the question is, how did you overcome that struggle?
Actually, I never overcame the struggle. Just, I feel the struggle still follows you in one way or another. What I felt was I learned to understand that this struggle is real, and you just learn to deactivate your mindset towards the positivity, what's the good that is coming out of the struggle, and just focus on that. So there were different struggles when you start off as a financial planner. There's a different struggles when you become a senior financial planner. And now there's a different struggle as a digital financial planner and after COVID phase. So the struggles are real and they are constant and very consistent. It is just that my attitude needed to be consistent through that struggle so I can deliver what I'm supposed to deliver, at least to myself. So I can be there for my clients and for my and for the family that I've created right now. So yeah.
Wow, that's awesome, awesome, fantastic, fantastic. So, whenever you face the barrier, in order to break through, you need to have a driving force. So, what's your driving force?
My why, Raghu, is that what you're trying to say? Okay, so my why is my family. Because or the reason why I started this career is when I was a new mom, and I realized that I can't be exchanging time for money. So I decided to leave a very lucrative job, and then I decided to come into this industry because I would have some time with my baby then. So my why is my family always. And that inevitably attracts the same kind of clients, a lot of mothers as my clients, and we understand that struggle of not feeling guilty as a mom, but still bringing in the dough back to the home. So I felt that that was my why was very strong when I started off, and now my why has become double. So I have two kids now, and now they stare at me. So my why keeps staring at me. So I want to be. I used to use this quote from many of my mentors in the industries. I want to be full time in everything that I do. So if when I'm a financial planner, I'm a full time financial planner because I dedicate my time and my energy and my full devotion to what I'm doing. So when I want to be a mom, I'm going to be a full-time mom. I want to be fully connected and zoned in with my children. And I don't want to be half here, half there. So I want to be mindfully connected. That's the buzzword now, right? Mindfully connected in whatever I do. And when I dance, because that's my another passion, I want to be a full-time into dancing. So I wanted to have that full-time feel, that full-time love and devotion to what I do. And I realized that this industry can provide me. That was my guess when I started off. And now I can safely say after 15 years that yes, it provides a very good balance in your life. So yes, that's my why.
Awesome, fantastic. And since you told in your value system, your family comes first and the rest of things follow. But so the question is, how do you balance between family and business time?
Oh my God, Raghu, you don't balance it. It just balances you. It is a constant. I feel that I'm like in Cirque du Soleil, the lady or the guy who is on that thin rope balancing in the cycle. I feel life puts you through that, and it's a constant battle between what I should do, what I should be doing, and you learn it along the way. You pick your battles, you choose the right cards to play, and it's a daily learning. To be honest, I have not mastered it at all. It is still a struggle. I would be lying if I say, no, I know it all. I'm not one of those mothers because sometimes I feel that I need to give more time to my family, and sometimes I feel that business needs more time. So you need an extremely good family support. So I'm very lucky to have a very understanding spouse and a family, because my family is already in insurance. So they do not make comments like, you can't be meeting your client at night when your baby is crying. So you have a very supportive family structure. That sort of elevates your work a little bit better. That makes you a little bit more sharper and focused, and you can get your work done earlier because you have such a good support system. So I realized that I was not able to balance my time versus my work. It was not that, but it was more of me having an open communication with my family. I could tell my husband, hey, I'm having 3 appointments today. Could you come and take care of the kids? Or I could have that open conversation with my daughter that, you know what, mommy is going to be in an appointment. Don't be disappointed. So that sort of made me feel more full-time in my work because I have already given my commitment. I have made an understanding with my partners. My daughter is my partner. My husband is my partner. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Fantastic way of doing
That
things.
helps.
Yeah. So, what have you been doing during this period of lockdown?
Oh, eating. So much of cooking, so much of hidden talents unleashed. So the first month was absolute heaven because, wow, like you're stuck with each other and then you get to do so many different creative things. And of course, there was nothing much happening in the business side because it was the time of togetherness, because it was so new when that pain just hit us. And we really wanted to be there with each other. So I really wanted my clients, my families, my friends to know that, hey, don't worry, we're here with each other. Let's just focus on the positivity. But of course, it was easy because it was just the first wave. You don't know what you don't know. So we actually had lots of family time. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was really awesome to actually have that time where we can connect, we created, and we also contributed back to our house, which we normally don't do, our gardening and our cooking. And from there, in our phase 2, we realized that, okay, so this is reality. This is going to be the new reality. And now I'm learning how to be a digital agent, for that matter. How are you able to give the same relationship-based service on a digital format? Because my style is very relationship-based. And I always tell my friends, my clients now, is I never sell. I am here to just share things with you, and you have to understand what you need to know and then you're good to go. You make a decision of your own. So it's easier when I get to see them face to face. Now I'm learning how to do it on a webinar. So COVID has taught me a new stage and age of this industry, and that is the digital stage of this industry. And I'm still learning. I'm still grappling with it because I can't touch my clients, I can do the webinar. And, technology is so limited, I feel, because the lagging, the data. So I'm learning to be more patient and more understanding and trying to move forward in the same pace as it was before COVID.
Wow, that's awesome. Fantastic. So what's your personal vision for the future?
I'm not much of a visionary because I'm much of a momentary. I live in the now. I feel that the future is going to be extremely rosy because it is going to be a convenient space of living. Everything that is going to be created is going to make you more comfortable and more convenient. So I know this is going to be a paradise for my kids because they might not need to do anything, might not even need to lift a finger and everything is already done. So I feel the future is going to be much more rosier than it was for my grandparents and my great-grandparents who were on the stage of creating in the industrialization stage. So I feel that I would want to be more grounded and not take things for granted because it's very easy to become spoiled. Because I see that in my daughter and in my kids, how easy it is to become part of a spoiled generation when everything is given because you don't work hard for it. So I would like to have more values and principles grounding me in that stage where technologically you are more advanced. But I hope spiritually and humanly I'm as advanced and I don't lose those values. So that's my greatest challenge at this point in time, to keep those values and principles intact in the ever-growing and ever-changing fast pace of technology.
Wow, that's awesome. Fantastic. So, Gayathri, what would be your advice to a newcomer to the field?
This industry is a demanding industry. So I wouldn't lie to my fellow colleagues who are coming in. It is a lonely industry and it is a very demanding industry. And I feel that it's good for you to be prepared and don't expect the unexpected, right? It means don't expect it to be rosy. And if you get lucky, you get lucky, but be prepared that this is something that you have to know why you're coming in, because you could just waste your time doing nothing and not getting anywhere. Because it is quite a forgiving industry too. It lets you be what you want to be. And before you know it, 2-3 years have passed and you do not know why you're a financial planner. And because the competition is more intense now, it's good for you to have an idea when you're coming in, why you're coming in, and how are you going to differentiate your clients' lives is extremely important. It is not about selling well. It is really about connecting and knowing your stuff well. So if that was given to me at the onset itself, because I was struggling to figure out, if somebody told me, just know your why. And if you don't know your why, just take all that time that it takes and dig deep and figure it out why you want to do it. If it's for money, then go deeper because something has to be more than money. So I felt that was really, really helpful when my mentor shared that with me. If you know your why, and when I knew my why is going to be my family, it made things a lot more easier. And then I knew why my clients and the kind of clients I'll choose to work with, because they must appreciate my why too. So I feel that just know when you're getting in and be very clear when you come in.
Wow, awesome advice. Fantastic. So is there a specific niche that you serve?
After 15 years, I hope, Raghu, that I have a niche. When I started off, is anybody and everybody who can tahan me, right? Like in our Singapore term, like who can put up with me, please become my client, because I was like so excited. But maybe it's because of the history I shared. So when I was in a bank, I was trained to be a banker. And in banking, it was a very tough industry for me because it is all about sales. It is all about driven with, let me put it nicely, driven with a motive and objective to sell and nothing else. So there is very less relationship building. There is more of getting to the numbers. So I was trained in that. So that was my boot camp training. Before I stepped into this industry that had lots of heart, lots of relationship, lots of love. So I realized I came from a very disciplined, structured, organized to an industry of compassion, love, and kindness. So I was like, there were two different, it was like a man versus woman for me. So I had to become that balance. To take that structure, to take that system, to take that testosterone and put it with the female and feminine energy of love, kindness, and compassion. So when I merged both of them together, I realized that I work really well with women. So now I'm an advocator of wealth content for women. So I educate women, and I collaborate and I work with women, working moms, and female physicians to actually make their financial dreams into a reality. And that has become my mission now, that I work with more and more women, more and more working moms, more and more female physicians, because they have automatically become my main clientele over the years with what I've been attracting.
That's
Yes.
awesome. Fantastic. So if someone wants your services, how they can contact you?
So I'm very available on my LinkedIn, but I do have this discovery process with all my clients who are referred into me to see whether we have a great working culture. So normally I am available on my Facebook, Gayathri Shares Financial Joy. I'm on my LinkedIn. They can easily send me an email. They can easily WhatsApp me. And we also have other social media channels, but the fastest way to get me is through WhatsApp. So it is on my Facebook and it's on my LinkedIn.
Wow, that's awesome. Fantastic. So, Gayatri, it was wonderful having this conversation with you, learning about
Thank
your
you.
story and learning your journey, listening to your journey for the last 1.5 decades. Such an awesome journey that you have had. And you're making such a big impact and a difference in so many people's lives, especially women. And I wish you all the very best for your future to reach out to more people and make a bigger impact and a bigger difference in a lot more people's life, especially women.
I'm looking forward to. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.